Michelle here, Thrifting 101. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. Glad you're stopping in. Tonight I've got a really nice haul for you. Picked up some pieces I didn't know anything about, never seen them before. And I can't wait to share it with you. Did want to point out one of my favorite things that I thrifted last year. At the Goodwill, I paid 99 cents for this sign. And I just love it, and you might remember it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's go. I've been picking up a lot of these UNESCO growing up birthday dolls, and I sold most of them off already. I sold off a lot. I think it was 11, 12, and 13, and then I sold 16 by itself. I still have a 2-year-old, but I picked up this 9, and I think I'll start collecting them again and selling them off again. Paid 99 cents for it at the Goodwill. Picked up this gorgeous hand-painted Noritake divided dish at the Goodwill. It's beautiful. It's in really nice condition. And I did a little research on that logo on back, and it dates back to 1911. That's when they first started using that back stamp. And actually, they would send these out to the U.S. as blanks, and they would hire different studios would hand-paint them. It was during the arts and crafts era. I picked up this beautiful set at the Wood Nickel store. On that day, they were not half price. I think I paid $3 for the sugar and creamer. And actually, I was walking out of the store, and the manager came over to me and said, "Oh, did you see those beautiful iridescent cup and saucer," or not cup and saucer, but sugar and creamer set? So, of course, I ran over. And I've never seen them before. They're actually beautiful. See if you can get a good look at the color. They're just full of beautiful colors. I'm not sure if it's showing up, but I did some research, and I think they're Fostoria in the mother of pearl pattern, and they date back to 1935 to 1949. Stopped by the Wooden Nickel store today because I just had to see what was going on there, and everything in the store was 50% off, so I bought a few things, and I saw these and just absolutely thought they were adorable. They're McDonald's, and they do have the Libby, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got the Libby L mark on there. And I'm a child of the 70s. I don't ever remember seeing these, but they're adorable. I paid 25 cents a piece for 3 of them. And actually, they're not that easy to find. They're out there, but I could probably get about $10 for the 3. I picked up all of these at the Wood Nickel store, and they are the Anchor Hocking charm pattern, the ruby red and the forest green, and they date between 1950 and 1954. And I was actually in one day, and I saw the platter, and I think it had a $3 or $4 tag on it. It was a little much for me, even though I do collect it. It's kind of scratched up, so I put it back down. But when I went in the next day, the tag was missing. So I asked the manager what did he want for it. He said, give me 50 cents. So for 50 cents, I couldn't pass it up. I'm going to keep it. It's not in the best of shape, but it'll look pretty when I put my other stuff on it. And if it was in great condition, they're fairly heavy. They actually go for about $30 a platter. They're not that common to find out there in the thrift stores. The magazine rack at the Wood Nickel store, the SPCA, has 25-cent BOGO, buy one, get one free. And I was just kind of perusing through, and I found this really cool 1978 Simplicity Fuss Fit Free catalog with the patterns in it. And this woman on the front of the cover, she looks so familiar, and it's really bothering me. If anybody recognizes this face, give me a shout out, because it's really bothering me. But anyways, it's in really nice condition. And it's kind of fun to go back and see the things that we actually wore back in the day. I remember these wraparounds. So I know a lot of people out there are sewers. If anybody's interested in this, just give me a holler. Found these pieces at the Goodwill. I walked to the back of the store where they have the kitchenware, and I saw this and I picked it up just like it was waiting there for me. I was so excited to find it. They're both in the Oldtown blue pattern, and that was produced between 1979. And there's two really great Corel plates right here, both in great shape. I probably wouldn't have gotten the plates, but they are in such great shape, and they are, people love them. I don't think they've ever been used. And the gravy boat was just such a wonderful find because I never ever find any milk glass in this pattern, in the gravy or the creamer. So this is definitely a keeper, and I think I'll just sell the plates. Got this retro 1992 Coke napkin dispenser. It's really, really cool. I paid $4 for it. I kind of went back and forth on it. I wasn't sure I wanted it, but it's just so neat. I brought it home, and it has some of the original Coca-Cola napkins in there. And they do sell for about $15 on eBay, but cameraman just fell in love with it. So I think we're going to find a nice place for it in the kitchen. These are really cool. I've never seen them before. Picked them up 50 cents for both of them at the Wooden Nickel. They are called, let's see if I can get this right, Millennium glasses. They're actually made in 1999 for the Millennial, and they're Smucker's collectible. I guess they were jelly jars. And this was in really great shape. I taught Putty Tat. And this one I think is a Tasmanian Devil. This one isn't in quite as good a shape, but overall, both of them are in really good shape. And I think they made 4 or 5 different characters. I do see them on eBay, and they do sell really well. Paid 50 cents for this, found it in the utility or utensil drawer at the Wooden Nickel store. And the tag just kind of drew me in. It is made by the Ching Key Lee Knife Firm. I thought that was pretty cool, out of Hong Kong. And I found them online, and they're from the 50s, and they're pretty collectible. I'd probably get about $15, $20, I believe, for this piece. I guess it's a spatula. This gorgeous Jadeite piece is a happy birthday, Merry Christmas piece to myself. I was online just looking through eBay one night, and I found this. It's in the cherry blossom pattern. It's new. It's just a reproduction of a vintage piece. It's a butter dish. I don't know if I said that. But I was just kind of looking through eBay, and there was an auction for this. It started at $6. I figured I'd pay $6 for that. I won the auction and took it home. Now it goes with the rest of my Jadeite collection. This was another piece that the manager at the Wooden Nickel store sent me to look at. He knows exactly what I like, and it had just come in. And I was just amazed by it because I sell lots of these. I knew it was a Colony Whitehall piece, the cube pattern, early American, and they're from the late 70s and the 80s. But I've never, ever seen a blue Carnival glass one. I have some and sold some in amber, teal. They make them in pink, in clear, but this one was new to me. And I did a lot of research, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So after a couple hours of not finding it, it's just beautiful. I did put a query out to one of my research groups, and they did back it up and say that they did make this in a Carnival green and a Carnival blue back in the late 70s and 80s. And I don't see any of them anywhere for sale, so I might just hang on to it. It's kind of a rare, pretty piece. Wooden Nickel store, 75 cents, half price. It is a 1987 Anchor Hocking loaf pan. And it needs a little cleaning up, but it's in really great shape. I have never seen one of these before. And if you've seen some of my videos, I have these cups, I have these canisters, I have these geese everywhere. It's called Farm Country, and I found that they're pretty rare. They're hard to come by, and they're selling pretty consistently for about $20 on eBay. So I think I'll clean it up and get it online. This is a 1970s great pattern, Anchor Hocking, 16-ounce milk glass pitcher. I don't see them out there often. I paid $1.50 for it. You know, when I see stuff like this, I usually just pick them up. I think I could sell this probably for about 10 bucks on eBay. This is a Hazel Atlas 1968 pitcher in the El Dorado pattern. It's very heavy. A lot of people call it coin dot also. It isn't marked, but I know it's Hazel Atlas. I have a lot of glasses in this. I have them in the amber, and I do have some in green. Usually I've been telling myself to pass on heavy glass items, but it was half price when I went in today, so I picked it up for $1. I couldn't pass it up. Picked up this whole set of Colony, Indiana milk glass in the grape and leaf design pattern. And again, I got these at the Wooden Nickel. And when I was checking out, the girl at the counter said, "Oh, you like milk glass? I know you like milk glass. We just got this whole shipload in and I haven't even put it out yet. Do you want to see it?" I said, "Of course, just bring it out in the box." And she charged me $5 for everything here. There's 7 cup and saucer sets in mint condition with 1 extra saucer, and a really gorgeous creamer, and an open sugar bowl. And I do have the matching tumblers that go with it, so now I just have to find a place for the creamer and the sugar bowl, and I think I'll sell off the cups and saucers. These are also a happy birthday, Merry Christmas present to myself. I was at the Wooden Nickel store, and these were behind the case. And usually whenever anything's behind the case, it doesn't apply to the sale. But she said it was Christmas, and everything behind the case was half price. And I just absolutely love these. I think in some of my videos in antique stores, I've actually held them up and said, I just love these. But I've never seen them in a thrift store. I have seen them in antique stores, and they're always kind of expensive. So I thought someday, hopefully, I would get some cheap, and I did, or inexpensive. I paid $5 for the set, and they have the Hazel Atlas logo on them, and they date back to the late 50s, early 60s, and they are part of a punch bowl set, and hopefully someday I'll find the matching punch bowl. I found these gorgeous decorative plates. They're ceramic. I paid $3 for both of them. They were half price at the SPCA Wooden Nickel store. And you can see they're gorgeous. They're in absolutely perfect condition. And I flipped it over, and it has a tag on it. They're Helen Datar, and she had her own studio out in California. And I've seen others online. I saw one in a different flower pattern. They were asking $50. And I saw this really cool set. They were pink poodles, which I kind of fell in love with. And they were asking $30 for them. But they're gorgeous. I'm sure I won't have any trouble selling them. So these things here I've thrifted over the last year. I didn't thrift them recently. I'm kind of using them as a decoration. And I have this really great 1950s Jeanette. It's got a really pretty pattern. Jeanette eggnog set. And I was going to sell it, just hadn't gotten around to it, so I thought I would use it in part of my decor. And I also picked up when I was with JoJo, I think last summer, got this Lennox salt and pepper shaker, which I just simply love. And I'm not a big Lennox fan, but I had to get this out for Christmas. And these birds, I was going to sell them. They were part of that Capo lot, even though I think this one was just made in China. But it was pretty, so I kept it for the holidays, and I'm glad I did. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed my haul. I've been so busy this month, thank goodness, selling on eBay. And I'm done for the holidays. The next 2 days are devoted to baking cookies and having fun. And I want to wish everybody a Merry, Merry Christmas. So thank you again, and we'll see you real soon. Oh, ching. Gotta get my glasses.
All year long, since spring, summer, and fall, you've been writing me saying that you want all these kinds of toys, saying you've been so good, and that you're constantly just on me saying you want this and you want that. When all in all, I don't think you've been so good.